everybody likes everybody more than they like Dre. NERDSoul. Late Ill Kid at OneYoungsta, holding it down, bringing that street geek and nerd soul. What is up, my people, today? Oh yeah, we come with another wonderful episode of On Screen. We're gonna get into it because I can't wait to talk about power. And I want to get into handle the lightweight stuff first, which is the NYPD, internal affairs, investigation thing. Old girl plus Detective Larry are hot on the heels of whatever's going on. Because see, they don't understand, but they're like, yo, why Angela Valdez keep rolling up? Every time we turn around, she up in this, she up in that. We don't know nothing about no investigation. She just creeping around, doing stuff she ain't supposed to be doing. She's doing improper protocol. And homegirl is up at her office bringing that heat like, well, why were you here? Why were you there? Why did you do this? And Angela like, it's federal matter and you can't know. She tried to straight pull rank. Man, look, if she did not have rank on that girl, she'd probably be in cuffs right now. Thank God she got rank because Angela, you're dumb when it comes to covering your tracks, all right? But she was able to serve that warrant, got old girl out the way for now. People, whenever, see, this is the Streisand effect with her. If you wouldn't have tried to stop her investigation, she probably wouldn't have cared. It might have fizzled out. You might have been able to kind of like let it ride. But now that you shut down her investigation, you best believe she gonna be coming at you with the hardest of investigative tactics. I don't even know if that's a phrase, but it is now. Now let's talk about Detective Larry catching Tariq in a lie. Tariq, look, all right, everybody hates you already, all right? At least lie right. That's all I'm saying. Lie right. Give me a lie that I can at least believe when I'm watching you lying. All right. If he would have came in and been like, yo, why did you go outside? You could have been like, Dad, you know what? I actually did go outside. We had a dance. Me and this girl that I really like, we got into it. And I went outside for some air, but then I came back in. Boom. Nice lie. Makes sense. Young love, spurn lover. You had a puppy love crush on a girl. And she said, no, I don't like you, Tariq. And then you went outside to get to compose yourself before you went back inside. That would have made sense. At least it would have been a decent lie. He was like, nah, I won't do that. I'll do it. Tariq, look, we all hate you. Now, I do want to get into how funny this episode was. Tommy had me dying, but his main thing was when he was like, yo, Ghost, you know you're supposed to stay off TV? He's like, I don't know if you know how this criminal thing works, but you're supposed to stay your butt off TV. See, we do crime, all right? We do crime and we want to stay secret in the shadows and just do things without people knowing about them. But now you're putting your face everywhere because you want to go clean or something. I'm telling you, going clean is every criminal's downfall. Mariah Stokes, Stringer Bell, I don't know, a whole bunch of them. I know there's only 2 examples, but there's way more. Trust me, I'm sure you guys can put in the comments way more. But if you're a criminal, just be a criminal. I also want to take a second to talk about the Dre issue. Of course, we started out with a statement about Dre from Kanan, but Dre got some dissension in the ranks and he's got some power problems from Diego. See, Diego is not feeling Dre. I think Diego wants Dre gone. But of course, his sister likes him so much, he got to kind of deal with him. But Diego is a loose cannon. He always has been. I don't know how he's been able to operate this long without being arrested as crazy as he is. Like the sister seems like she's cool, calm, collected, keeps on low, and he's just like, he don't know how to act. But this whole thing with telling him who his crew is gonna be, this whole thing with like forcing people to come in and, you know, execute folks and not do it Dre's way, all it's doing is furthering the whole idea that Dre isn't ready. And also, Dre is a figurehead. And you don't want that in your organization because people gonna be looking at Dre like, who you? I'm gonna just call Diego. Ain't nobody worrying about you. You just a placeholder. You know what I'm saying? Especially since we definitely think that he's looking at Cristobal to be the number 1. Him inserting him as the number 2 and kind of basically telling Dre how to run his crew is something that Dre did not expect. And see, whenever you want to be the man, you don't expect this extra pressure because, I mean, Ghost had this pressure from Lobos, but see, Ghost was smart. Dre, he ain't smart enough. You know what I'm saying? I think Dre has the killer instinct, but he ain't smart. You know what I'm saying? He just ain't got it. And Ghost was able to, you know, flip it on not only Lobos, but also on Stern too. Remember? Flipped it on Stern. So he was able to get those, you know, get those angles and see those different crevices of like plans and plots and loopholes to figure stuff out. Dre is just running scared right now, and it's gonna all fall down, especially when it comes to his folks like 2-Bit and homie with the glasses. They was definitely not feeling this, and I think that's gonna, his organization is gonna erode from the inside. And, you know, it ain't gonna be no cop stuff, no FBI stuff, no none of that. It's gonna be straight from the inside, and I think that's good for him. He deserves for something like that to happen. Now, before we hit the break, I want to talk about Lil Tate real quick. Yes, Lil Tate. I ain't calling on Tate no more because Tate about to get on my nerves, all right? Rashad Tate gonna try to tell Ghost how to do his thing. Even though he was right in a second, we're gonna get to that. But in the whole back and forth of like, this is my daughter. Ghost is like, yo, look, this is my daughter. This is my dream. You just here for the ride, all right? I just need a little bit of your help, but you ain't in charge. And then Rashad being like, look, I know this lady, you know what I'm saying? And you just played yourself. Now, speaking of the lady, we gonna go on and flip over to, yes, of course, Fancy Pants. Fancy Pants was in this episode, and I ain't seen her in a minute. I actually, big shout out to Garcelle because I saw her at the book fair in Crenshaw, Inglewood, Crenshaw. Yeah, it was in Ball Wheels, but it was really cool. She's super great. But Fancy Pants was in this episode, not only cheating on her husband or, you know, wife, whatever, you know, because she had a ring on, took that joint off. And she also doing super, super dirty, underhanded dealings because you ain't supposed to make a deal over sex, all right? So you're doing 2 things wrong. All right, now Ghost is also doing 2 things wrong too, so I guess it canceled out. But just the fact that, you know what I'm saying, she doing all that stuff, all that nasty stuff. I ain't supposed to see that from Fancy. All right, she's supposed to be working at a hotel, chilling with like Jamie and Braxton. But I guess she just changed the life and now she's super rich. So I guess, you know, that's cool too. But guys, we got more stuff to get to after the break. But first, of course, KURO Brand gonna help us pay them bills. Yeah, check that link below. Hat, shirts, hoodies, all that jazz. And once you find something you like, of course, cop it. Now let's get into, of course, Papa Teresi and my Dukes. We see that this whole father thing is not for Tommy's benefit. It's not for, well, it is for his dad's benefit, but it's not for his dad's benefit as far as like, you know, I want to reconnect, I want emotional attachment, anything like that. We find out that it's all about getting up out of jail and what he can leverage to get out of jail and what he can give to, of course, the FBI. And this is something that I did not see coming, which I'm glad that we've got. And now it's got me thinking that Diego is going to be a much smaller part of this season than we thought. I'm thinking that Diego is going to be like a very mid-level villain now, and then Papa Teresi is going to be the real threat. And I mean, for real, there's mad warning signs. Like, Tommy don't feel good about it. Keisha doesn't super feel good about it, but she's like, you could give it a shot. Tasha don't feel good. Like, nobody feels good about this. And on top of all this, even his mom ends up telling him like, yo, you can't trust this guy no matter what. And I think Tommy is gonna have to learn this the hard way, but at least his eyes are open. I think he, on one hand, he's like, this is my father and I do wanna reconnect because I never knew him, but he is kind of like, just in case you're crazy, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep my eye on you. So I do like the fact that he's at least watching out, but I still think his dad gonna get him into something. I don't know what it is. You know, in the end of the episode, he said, let's get into some trouble. The whole idea is probably he gotta get, you know, Tommy doing something with Ghost because they still want Ghost, even though they need to leave Ghost alone because he already got them in trouble before in court, which was one of the best court scenes I've seen in my life where the judge was so frustrated. He was like, look, everybody get out. Like, case dismissed, like, just everybody leave. But I wonder the angle his dad's playing or what he needs to give up, because we didn't really see that side of the deal. We know there's something, but we just don't know what. And I hope that Tommy is guarded enough to protect himself, because we love Tommy. You know what I'm saying? Ghost and Tommy, that's the crew. Kanan, I don't know about all that. He ain't down with us. Now, before I bounce, I'm going to get into Angela and Tasha. More so Tasha, because we got to touch on her in a second. But Angela and Tasha now have a better relationship than I think they've ever had. Is it because they're connected through crime and trying to keep their butts out of jail? Yes. But at least they are not trying to kill each other. So I guess that's okay. I mean, look at it this way. They're working together. You know, they're not trying to put each other in jail anymore. And they are happy to see each other, and I guess that works. I do like their exchanges and how they're making their own plans to help themselves that also support the main story, because of course our main story is just like Ghost, Tommy, and whatever they get into. But I do like this whole thing of this investigation coming in on Angela, and Angela and Tasha trying to have, figure that out on their own, because Ghost don't even really know about it right now. So them trying to figure that out, and then on Tasha's side, going to that grief AA meeting or whatever, and the grief counselor or whatever, and finding out about that dead dude and knowing Ghost did that joint, she was like, oh, so you want to kill people now? You know what I'm saying? And she makes a perfect statement. Why not kill Kanan? Kanan and Dre are the only people you need to be killing this season. Now, I do understand Ghost's side. We need Kanan right now, because we don't have anyone else that we can team up that we can really trust. And not saying that they can trust Kanan, but at least it's the devil you know what I'm saying? And this is another issue where Tommy runs down the steps, catches Tasha, and tells her that, like, yo, we need him right now. And it was super funny because he said, I've had to stop women by leaving before. So that was super funny. Really enjoyed that. But this whole thing with Angela and that scene with Kanan was pretty tense, because we don't know exactly what Kanan's gonna do. And the way he grabbed her up, I was worried for a second, like, yo, is he gonna like hit her? Is he gonna slap her, throw her down, something like that? Because Tasha, she's, she ain't no pushover, but I mean, physically just 50 Cent, he's just a larger person. He's just a stronger guy. But that don't mean Tasha might not roll up with that little 22 or something. You know how they be keeping it in their purse. Women pull that little baby joint out of the purse. But if you close enough, still take a brother out. And last but not least, I've got to ask everybody who is watching this right now, who has gotten to this point, please tell me, where is the baby? Where is this baby? Straight up, my wife asked me, where is the baby? Where is the baby at? We need to put out an APB on this baby. We ain't seen a baby in forever. I don't know. I guess the baby is with like grandma or maid or something. I don't know. The baby been gone. I think we've seen the baby of a total like 3 times, maybe not even 3. I think we might have seen the baby twice. This is the most non-taken care of baby that I've ever seen on TV. Like between this and like Blacklist, the babies is just, we know they were born, and we have no idea what's going on now. But anyway, guys, holla at me about Diego. Holla at me about the Mexican authorities coming in working with the FBI. Holla at me about, Dre and the whole line about his sister and Diego and how they're sexually aroused. Holla at me about Tommy and Keish. All that stuff down in them comments, and let's talk about Power. Can't wait to hear what y'all thought, because this was a fresh episode. So before we bounce, we're going to tell you guys to head up ThatNERDSoul.com. That's right. Check me out right there. All the videos from the oldest, newest, latest, greatest, and all that. And then hit up shop.ThatNERDSoul.com and pick yourself up a t-shirt, player. Don't forget to get one for them playettes. Then come back here, like, comment, subscribe, and share that Nerd Soul. That's right. There's no better way that I can show people that you like what you are watching. So LA, what up? VA, what up? RVA, you got my heart. And please be good to yourselves. Please be good to each other. And remember, just because you think this is your organization doesn't mean somebody will take it right from under you. Peace.